we have Krishna Marianka. Krishna is a professional. He is an event manager for 25 years. He is a PR person. He has worked with Shell. He has done so many things in his life. He has traveled all across the world. He's a brand, okay, and he likes to call himself Brand Kitty. That's what he is. Today, Krishna is going to talk to us about life of an event manager, and we're going to get it very, very interesting as we go along. A warm welcome, sir, to you. But before I hand this over to you, we have Rakshita S in the room. Rakshita, I would like you to put on your video, otherwise you will be removed from this meeting. Rakshita, I will want you to put on your video. Thank you so much. Yes, Rakshita, in one sentence, in 10 seconds, can you tell us who you are? You're on mute in case you're trying to talk, Rakshita. Now she's put off her video also. You're on mute, Rakshita.
Yes, sir. Sir, myself, I am Rakshita. I am studying in SBRR Mahajana College. I'm doing BBA final year. Along with this, I have completed my HRD program and digital marketing course, sir.
Super, fantastic. Kindly keep your video on. We will come back to you in another 30 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Over to you, Krishna, sir. All yours. Looking forward to hearing your experiences as an event manager.
Okay. Good evening. Thank you, Arvind. Thank you, TMI, for having me here again. The fact that that Arvind thinks that 25 years is a long time in event management is that most of them join and then most of them shut the shops and go away, because if you're not smart, if you don't learn the techniques of how to manage events, you can't run the shop forever. And that's when organized, or let's say a structured program of learning how to manage events become important. And I will share a few things about my journey in the last 25 years, particularly from the event perspective, because that's what is important here. And apart from that, I'll also share a few things like as an event manager, if you were to be an event manager, what are the important characteristics that you might need, or traits, I would call it, rather than characteristics, just traits and skills that you need to develop, nurture, and nourish it over a period of a long time that you want to be successful in the field of event management. I heard some of you wanting to kind of join events because you guys wanted to explore what exactly is the how does it go event management, because particularly because you're exposed to your current colleges, no matter whether you're studying biotechnology or engineering or medical or just another course that you're pursuing, you'll always find that various events are happening in your colleges and other venues, and you might have got interested in about the way the programs are conducted, professional event management is done. The thing is, if you ask me, how do you really start your career in event management? My suggestion is that if you're actually looking, kind of for a job that's full of creativity and innovation and some kind of variety, and also that can create exciting opportunities for you, you should be looking at event management as a strong career option. Mostly you would have already taken the first steps in the events career, but some of you in here may are just looking at a peak view into what can events offer, I would say for the right candidate, event management offers fantastic opportunities, including organizing events. Travel comes alongside. It is always a very integral part of event management. Even if you were to do local events, you still get to travel, you gain experience and also some kind of career progression. As we go forward today, I'm going to speak to about 10-20 minutes, maybe take questions from you a bit later. You can look at, what qualities you might need to become a successful event manager, and what can you expect from the industry in return after gaining knowledge about event management. That's very important for you guys, and how you can make this whole progression in this exciting career. So anyone can tell me how do you make any career great? How do you make any career great? Anybody can just unmute and tell me how can you do that? Anyone wants to say how do you make any course that you learn, how do you make it great? How do you make a career great? Priyanka, you want to try? Unmute yourself and say, how do you make your any career that you want to pursue, how do you make it great?
So if you're totally interested in that type of whatever the course is, we can make it great if you're actually interested in that.
So you're saying develop an interest. Priyanka says develop an interest in the career that you choose, and you can make it great. The career can make it. Just when you want to try, I'm asking questions about how
I feel you must give it its best, no matter which career you take. You must give it its best.
Tejaswini says this, in addition to what Priyanka just added, Priyanka said, if you build your interest, if you build your focus into a career that you're interested in, you can make it great. And here is Tejaswini who adds it to say that, sir, if you feel that you're giving your 100% best, if you are able to give the best to that particular course or career, that option, we can make it great. Wonderful, Tejaswini. Anybody else wants to try? How do you make careers great? How do you make the courses that you learn great? How do you do it? Anybody else?
We need to focus on what we do.
Yamini says, get the focus into what you do. Get the focus, very important. All these things we'll address in the next 10 minutes or something. How do you kind of build a career that is great? So Yamini says, get the focus into whatever you're doing. You might be doing 100 things, but get the focus, get a structured focus. And for you to get focus, you need to learn the subject, you need to experience, you need to practice those, kind of learnings in your course, in your areas of interest. And that's how you're making it. So let me just go a little deeper and try to address this, and then see how we can, make this, dig a little deeper into this whole thing, and then see how that happens. So to begin with, you might be even thinking, what are the different types of events that, one could be working on? Is it that, is it some kind of corporate events? There are primarily, you can decide all these events into 3 to 5 major categories. I would call it public events, primarily public events, corporate events, sometimes industry events, and then you can also think about social events. Social events, all your high-profile anniversaries, birthday parties, weddings, engagements, and many other social events that you would probably do in a house. You can professionally manage those events. Those are social events. Industry events typically are events which are hosted by industry organizations, normally conferences, exhibitions, trade fairs, things like that. And then the other aspect could be the corporate events. Corporate events are typically where you have normally business organizations having, events carried out in their own campuses, sometimes in outside external venues like hotels or in any other destinations. These are corporate events primarily targeted at their own employees, events organized for their own employees, sometimes organized for the customers, clients, partners, channel partners, and things like that. Those are corporate events. Then the other one is the public event. It could be public event normally are public concerts, music concerts, mostly ticketed events, sometimes political events. All these come under the public event categories. So I'm saying, just for the sake of types of events that you could be working on, or anyone could be working on, which includes, cultural events, could be a public, could be a corporate, could be anything. Conferences. When I say conferences, sometimes these are internal conferences for internal audience, sometimes external conference where you invite industry people for these conferences. Then, as I said, expositions, which otherwise called exhibitions. Then you have trade fairs. Trade fairs similar to what expos and exhibitions are, but mostly a lot of focus is on trades that can happen with exhibitors and buyers or visitors who come to these kind of trade fairs. Then events can also be type of fundraising events. Sometimes when I say fundraising events, where public would participate, contribute, donate, these kind of events. You can also think about, as far as performance events are concerned, you can talk about dance performances, theater performances, musical festivals. There are so many ways. It could be award ceremonies, it could be comedy shows. You might be showing stand-up comedians, which are in great demand of late. Comedy shows. You can also have some book launches and charity fundraisers, things like that. Apart from this, in corporates, you have what is called as marketing promotional activities, promotional events. It could be product launches. It could be a customer seminar. It could be a customer workshop. It could be some kind of learning and development trainings and workshops. There are many of these kind of events that can happen. Not to forget even theater performances, for example. So there's a plenty of types of events that you can do. So quickly moving on to what basic skills that you might need to be an event manager. We are talking about, to be an, really good event manager. What is that you want to do? You want to build an excellent organization of yourself, whether you're running your own entrepreneurial event company or you're working for another company. The skills that you need to be having is definitely you need to be creative, thinking in your things. You should be able to ideate. When I say you should be able to, it doesn't mean that you have to be able to ideate from the beginning. You can always develop these traits, but then you need to be creative. You start thinking creatively, and there are ways of doing it. Hardworking, definitely. As an event manager, you have to be hardworking. Most important, you have to be a people person, a team person. You need to work together. Event management is all about working together as a team, conducting, or let's say even I've been talking earlier in this evening where I spoke about event management. You need to be able to conceptualize, design, develop, produce, and deliver an event. To do this, you need to work as a team. Not one person can do all this. You've got to be people person. And some of the other event management skills will include, your ability to multitask. Very important. Multitasking is very important. There are two aspects to it. One is doing multitasking simultaneously. Then there are things like you will do one task after another. So striking a balance between what the Japanese philosophy of doing one thing at a time to the Western culture of American, where you say, we will do few things together as a multitasking opportunity. I think this is one difference. And in the middle is probably the answer. By able to be multitasking at the same time, you also need to do things one after the other, so you get a focus and you know that you're achieving and moving in the ladder of success. Then, of course, I think most of the courses demand that you need to be able to communicate well. So good communications, people skills, we spoke about it, team building, be a people person, don't try to steal the thunder, work as a team. If you're able to work together, even in your colleges currently where you are studying, you will have seen some of the projects that requires team skills, some of them requires individual skills. Where individual skills are required, you must try to build on that own. But when it comes as a team, you get all those individual skills together, put it in a basket, and then start performing as a team. That's another important thing. Also, you need to develop, kind of some kind of a creative approach. And I was talking about being creative. It doesn't mean that, you can be creative, from the start, but at least the approach that you want to be creative, you want to think new, you want to be innovative. That creative approach is very important, particularly in the aspects of problem solving. And why do I say problem solving? Event managers are big troubleshooters. Every time you have a trouble, every client has a trouble, whether it is through events or communication, you always sort out these things through events. And that's why they're called problem solvers. Event managers do create events which are of high problem solving types. And that is one of the other important skill. The other thing is, you must have seen, if you must have heard about, you need to have an eye for details. When I say eye, I'm talking about that eye for details. You need to have sharp eyes in trying to identify the problem. You need to develop that kind of a detailing aspect. So a high level of attention to details, small aspects are very important. Some of you might be thinking, how precise, how accurate should we be in these things? If you ask me, you should be as precise as possible, as accurate as possible, because in event management, there is no scope for any kind of errors, particularly during the D-Day or the kind of event day that you want to talk about. So foolproof event, kind of conceptualization, design, develop, production, all these are very important. And all this will come only when you have detailed, kind of understanding about the problem that you want to solve. A high level of attention to detail, very important. Your ability to work under pressure and meet tighter guidelines when you have is another important aspect. You should be able to work under pressure. You should know how to handle it. All these things, skills come to you when you learn event management courses in a very structured and in a very planned manner. So that's another thing. Also, what is important is when you have your own entrepreneurship thing, you need to have good negotiations, sales and marketing skills. All these things can come after you work for a few years in another company where you can learn things before you start your own entrepreneur's journey. The other thing is the cost awareness. The cost awareness is about what kind of budgets you need to allocate for different things. You should be able to figure out before you even get into any kind of doing an activity or an event. The first thing it starts is, how much budgets do you have? What is the cost that is required to do an event successfully? That budget awareness should be is very important, and you should develop a skill to understand the budget available and the cost it would cost for doing an event. Last but not the least, high degree of energy. You need to keep your energy. Just give me a minute, please. Just give me a minute, please. Just give me a minute.
Sure. So that is Krishna Marianka, and he's talking to you about things that we teach as it is at Team I. You'll get to know more about that after Krishna sir is done. He's back to you, sir.
Yeah, so I was talking about high degree of energy, enthusiasm. Event managers, as event manager, you would fail if you're someone lazy. You will not be able to do it. It's a lot of hard work, but the kind of joy, the success that it can bring in, both in terms of your career aspiration as well as your kind of prospects that it can build up your thing, I think it's a big deal. So high degree of energy, commitment, conviction, enthusiasm, and also timeliness. Extremely important. I mean, in events, I always say, I mean, Arvind normally asks, what is that last line that you want to tell the students? I always tell that time is the most important thing in just about anything that you do in your life. So if you cannot keep up time, my line is that you cannot keep up anything else in your life. So please pay great deal of value for timeliness. You keep up time, I think you are 50% up to the things. Trust me, time is everything. Whether you want to deliver it on time, or you want to plan in time, or you want to execute it in time, it's the same. Time is very important. It's a high essence. And then also the skills to, as we talked about being people person, the one-to-one connections that you build with people, and the genuine connections. I'm talking about really not a superficial connection, a genuine connection. A good public relation skills are extremely important. It's a big bonus. Most of you are able to talk and communicate with your fellow students, fellow classmates, other places, but you should also learn to talk to industry people. Good PR skills are of a great business. There are so many ways of getting qualified in event management. I think some of the institutes offer a great detailed courses in event management, particularly live events and promotions. They talk about principles in event management. This I also talk about, how operations are important in events and activities that consider. The only thing is that in your events, when you're starting, I mean, of course, one day you will graduate, or one day you will acquire your qualification, event management colleges. The tips that you can have that will help you start your careers in events include, the being updated about market trends that are happening, what is happening in the market, to understand where the business is going, what organizations are doing, what are the new things business organization getting into, technologies available, what companies, what kind of companies are right for you to do events. These are some of the things. And of course, I've spoken to you about networks. I've always said one-to-one connections, industry connection, networking, networking with authorities, government authorities, networking with, kind of industry platforms. Those are very important. While you are applying for an event management job after your event management courses, always try to be creative in your interviews. Always think about explaining or communicating in a creative manner about the things that you have ideated or you want to explain. Gain a lot of work experience through these offers that happen from time to time. Particularly do a lot of internships. Do focus and keep learning as the most primary importance than anything else that you want to do during these things. And I think some of these aspects you will learn during your event management courses. With that, I think it's kind of sets a ball rolling for you guys. There's plenty of things in event management. Some people talk about being freelancers. Some people talk about entrepreneurs. Some people work for event company agencies before they get into their own entrepreneurship. So there are plenty of things. There are different ways of approaching events. My suggestion is that work for a few years. I've been talking a little bit earlier during the day also about this. Work for a few years, either in an event management agency or a company or a corporate, then venture out to become freelancers or entrepreneurs, starting your own event management company. Give it a little time, gain a lot of experience, have a lot of common sense. That's very important. Apply common sense to your decision-making processes during organizing events. There are times when you have to face crisis during events. How well are you prepared for plan B, plan C, sometime plan D and E also? You have a plan A, then how are you prepared with plan B and plan C, and at what cost and at what changes that you need to make? Some of these things will really make you stand apart from the rest of the event management company folks that are operating in the country or in the city today. So of course, there's a lot more that we can learn about events through deep dive workshops. But I think this is what I had to tell you guys to begin with. And if you have some questions that you want me to answer, I'll be more than happy to take those questions. You can ask me specific questions or broad questions. I should be able to take you, through that. Arvind, that's what I think. It's good for people.
Krishna.
I see a lot of folks are coming from different streams, like me. Don't forget, I'm an engineer. Yeah, I'm an engineer who turned out to become an event manager. After my mechanical engineering, I never did anything engineering. Straight away into event management company, because that was my passion. And I see some of your students are all looking because they say, sir, I have been doing biotechnology. I've been studying something else, but event management is always something that attracts me. I'm passionate about it. I've heard some of the students saying this, and I think that gives, I want to tell you that my engineering, what I studied, I was a distinction student and I came out with flying colors. I don't regret doing engineering. Lot of technology engineering always comes to my help. When somebody tries to fool me with technology or engineering, I'm always there to put my knowledge into this and reason it better. So I'm sure it is the same thing with you guys. Somebody doing commerce, somebody doing biotechnology, somebody doing some other courses, arts. I've seen art students, I've seen commerce students. There's nothing to stop you guys. It's really the right thing to do, to follow your passion, your energy that is focused on. And with that, I think anybody can succeed. If I could succeed, and I'm sure everybody else can succeed also. I don't know whether you know Arvind is also an engineer, by the way.
Yeah, Arvind is also engineer, and I really enjoyed my engineering. Did more than fairly well, and what I learned was process, and that is what I follow all my life.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that
Process,
is absolutely
yes.
process is what I learned in engineering, and today I am what I am in event management because of the process, and process is what I do, and process is what I teach. Yeah.
Right.
So on that note, thanks so much, Krishna. Thank you for your time. Thank you so much for being here. We have Mr. Krishna Marianka, who has taken out 30 minutes, 40 minutes of his time. He was with me for 40 minutes earlier, and he has shared his experiences. If there are any questions now on the course or anything else, Asghar will take it up. Great, Krishna. Thanks for your time. Yeah. Thank you so much, sir. You're on mute, dude.
Sorry, I said course questions, you can handle it, but I can handle any industry, some knowledge that they want to add. Maybe quick questions, one or two.
Yes,
Sir,
please.
actually, I have a question. Like when we are doing this event management, can we go? I mean, like you have told, no, sir, there are corporate events, there are industrial events. Can we take up multiple events at the same time, or will this work out, or we have to take only one?
So you mean as when you're as a student, or when you have done with the course? What are you trying to say?
When we are done with the course.
When you're done with the course, you want to say, let's say you want to take up to do some events, right? So you're talking about being an entrepreneur, taking up some events and other things. Well, it all depends on the bandwidth that you have. If you have an setup that can support you to handle multiple events at the same time, why not? Why not? But my suggestion, go one by one, slow process, learn things, don't get into bigger things, don't burn your hands, don't put money, dad's money into your business. Okay? Learn, work for a few months, few years, gain knowledge, build your own finance money from the salaries that you earn, study hard, save those monies, then venture into business. My suggestion, doing one is event courses. The other thing is gaining experience and then getting into entrepreneurship, trying to do your own events is the step should be there. So don't rush into it. You can do multiple events, nothing to stop you, but one at a time is my suggestion. Go step by step in learning process. What you learn in college is a lot of theory. What you get exposed here through internships and other things in your institute will be a real experience for you to learn. But the real action happens when you do your own business events. So there you got to be careful. You need to be judicious in how you plan your budget and make sure that you don't lose money.
Thank you.
Welcome, Priyanka. Anybody else?
So great, Krishna. Thank you once again.
Okay.
Thank you so much for
Thank
your
you.
time. And we're going to see you on the other side. Thanks for your time, sir. Bye-bye. So great. Good to see all of you here today, and absolutely wonderful. You know, we have some of our students also over here who have already joined the course, the 19th batch. We have, I can see Priyanka Mehta and Yamini Gali who are here. They are already, they're like you. They just joined about in the last 2, 3, 4 months, right? So maybe now that they're here, Priyanka, you want to tell us something about Team I and the course and anything? You want to say something?
Yes, sir. I joined TMI 2 months ago, and now the pre-classes are going on. It's really interesting. We get to learn new things every now and then. There's an event also going on, and we're working on that. Everything is really interesting. What I wanted, I'm doing what I want now. So I'm enjoying the course.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. There's somebody else also over here who perhaps wants to say something. Yamini, you want to say something?
Yes, sir, yes. So, hello everyone. I have joined TMI in January. It's been a great journey for me. We get to learn so much. We get to research which is more important for us in being an event manager. So it's very interesting in TMI. We get to learn a lot. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Yamini. So you have to understand that the people that we just spoke to, the 2 ladies are, in case you join a course like this, these are your classmates. They have just joined the course. We are having pre-classes going on. They are already doing events. And there's a whole lot of fun going on in here, right? So if you have any questions to ask, otherwise I'll hand this over to Asghar. And he's going to tell us a little bit more about the course and all of that. Any questions so far? Rakshita, Tejaswini. Yes, Jinal, tell us a little bit about yourself, please.